Welcome to AMA50, the podcast where you ask us anything and we give you three AMA-zing answers in 50 seconds. In this fast advice improv show, our hosts are challenged to answer questions in 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and 5 seconds respectively, one after the other, all under 1 minute. Thank you for listening to our random and fun life advice podcast, but our word to the wise, as always, we are not life experts, so follow our advice at your own risk. My name is Amy, and I am joined today by my three co-hosts, Shay,
Hi.
Will,
Hi, Amy.
Kirsten,
Hello.
and today we're also joined by our very special guest, Cubby.
Hi, so happy to be here. Um,
Yay!
I feel uniquely qualified to give advice because I have made a lot of terrible decisions in my day.
That is the best qualification for life advice I have ever heard.
Thank you.
So, Kirsten, what is AMA50?
Thank you for asking, Amy. AMA50 is an improv game geared towards answering questions in the funniest and most concise way possible. I developed this game with the help of the AMA-zing AP improvisers. And as Amy said, we will be answering questions from all over in under a minute.
Shay, tell us about our topic and source of questions for today.
This episode, AMA50 for him, similar to our episode for the girls last year, this topic is specifically focused on men, masculinity, men's issues, and our own issues with men. We'll try at least 3 different ways to answer these complex but important questions, sourced from our listeners and our DMs from followers on Instagram. We hope to provide interesting and enlightening responses, and we're also excited to welcome our special guest Cubby to provide his own insight and play the game with us.
We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, that was our break. And we're back. Let's play our first round.
Valentine asks, men, why are they like that?
All right, I've got 30 seconds on the clock. Men, why are they like that? I guess this is the obligatory part of the episode where we say, hey, the patriarchy, it's bad for men too. It puts men in just as constricting a box as it puts women in, and I think there's a lot of issues that come from being taught from a young age to repress or your emotions or not even identify them and to rely only on like one person, your wife, for any and all emotional needs instead of making deep friendships everywhere. That's my time.
Uh, Shay brought up like the figure of the wife, and I will also suggest perhaps the figure of the mother is like it's another woman figure of the opposite sex that we put a lot of pressure on.
Men just be men.
And be shopping.
All right.
Shopping?
Shopping, yes. They go out and they buy things. It's very manly.
Uh,
Women be shopping, men be shopping. It's capitalism, baby. We're all shopping.
oh,
Capitalism and patriarchy.
It
Yeah.
is.
hand in hand.
Oh, they love each other.
Hmm.
All right. Anonymous asks, why do I always attract the creepy ones? Cubby, you have 30 seconds. Shay, 15. Will, 5.
Maybe it's not you. Maybe, just maybe, it's the creeps. Like, okay, if you have ants in your kitchen, if you're spilling sugar every other day, that's on you, maybe. But here's the thing about ants. Ants will just show up at every opportunity by definition. Creeps, by definition, show up for everyone.
Right. So sometimes there's an unfortunate problem where very, very eager guys will mistake being nice or polite as reciprocation. And sometimes it's just people need more friends.
I would suggest being more slippery so they can't like creep and crawl. When I think of like ants, like they're very agile and like can like stick to things, but not if it's like wet and slippery.
Will, that's actually some really good advice because I have some creepy people I need to have a conversation with soon. And I'm just gonna start saying just need to stop being so slippery. And I just want it to throw them off so much that they just give up and stop being creepy because I tell them to stop being slippery.
I don't know.
Hilarious.
I, I will say though, I have seen ants climb up the side of things in the rain.
Yeah,
Like those ants are determined,
They
right.
will find a
They,
way.
they're hard to deter.
but a good level of slime is always a good way to approach the world.
We can go to our next question. So Roseanne Sullivan asks, do you think it is a good thing or a bad thing that girls ask guys out now? Kirsten, you have 30 seconds. Cubby, you have 15. And Shay, you have 5.
I don't think that it is inherently good or bad that girls are asking guys out. I think that it ends up being kind of in the middle because sometimes they're gonna ask somebody out, they're gonna say yes, and it's gonna be great. Sometimes they're gonna ask somebody out, they're gonna say yes, and it's gonna be terrible. Sometimes they're gonna get rejected. So there's a lot of factors, and so sometimes it can be good, I guess, but for the most part, neutral.
I'm gonna have to say it's a good thing, but that's also coming as a man who is generally clueless if somebody is attracted to me. So I just I appreciate knowing.
It's best when the least shy person can do the asking, regardless of gender.
I feel like that's kind of what Kirsten was getting at is that there's all of these windows of opportunity and like all these like possible outcomes. So it's like, why not?
Yeah.
Yup.
I'm our last question for this round. It's my very own question. It will be Amy with 30 seconds to answer, Kirsten with 15, and Cubby with 5. Willa Rayner asks, what do you think of the recent 100 men versus insert opponent here? Or the would you rather find a man or bear in nature discussions that we've been seeing popping up online?
So I have truthfully no idea what this is referring to. So I am just going to give my own take, which is I would probably rather find a man in nature because at least we speak like a language that's easier to comprehend, even if we don't speak the same exact language. A bear I would find really cool for like 5 seconds, and then I would probably get very scared. So I think I would rather find a man that I know how to trick. I don't know what this is referring to.
Okay. I think, oh God, I think that people need to exercise their brains, and so they need to make up little imaginary scenarios to sort of entertain themselves. And I think it's more healthy than watching TV all day. So let them think.
I want to see 500 bears fight a dude.
Oh no.
Wait, for those who might listen that are as clueless as I am, what is this referring to?
In just recent months, or maybe within the past year, it's just a popular topic I've seen come up where they'll be like it's 100 men versus 100 bears, or like 100 kindergarten kids or something, and they like to debate who would win.
Oh,
And another one in relation to men is like, would you rather have to fight a bear or like a man?
Well,
okay, okay.
the
It's about
question
fighting them. It's just about
I
like
I think the original form is you're in the middle of, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely nowhere. Would you rather encounter a strange man or a bear?
Hmm.
I genuinely don't know what the 100 Men versus thing is.
It was
Well,
it
go ahead.
started with if 100, the question, the original one that kind of caught on fire was, could 100 men take a gorilla in combat?
Oh. Hmm.
Which I think is, there's no way that gorilla is just gonna plow through the people. You're just gonna
I was
get
gonna
in
say,
each other's way.
are they armed? Are they
No, they're
unarmed?
totally naked. They have nothing.
No, gorilla wins. Gorilla wins.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm sorry, unless they're like ninjas or marines, gorilla wins.
No, I'd say even if they're ninjas or marines, if
Just
they're unarmed.
yeah, they're just kind of screwed. This has been a fascinating thought exercise.
Yeah. I might have to change my answer now that I understand. So, okay, let's take a
Which
break. I will Google this, inform myself, be a more well-educated human, and we'll be right back.
I
Well,
feel
that
I
like we're
was
I'm
I
gonna
love you so much.
good news, everyone. I am now educated on the topic. We can speak on it later if we choose. But before that, let's play our final round.
all right. Valentine also asks, how do we decentralize straight male culture from our lives and still find success by staying in it for the girls, the gays, and the theys?
I mean, ultimately, the goal is to dismantle patriarchy and just find community. But in the meantime, I guess the surest way is just queer things up however you can. If you're straight, hit on your other straight friends. Just be ready to push boundaries internally and externally. Change within leads to change without.
You Cubby.
I'm going to piggyback on that and just say queer code everything. Because if you do it, those who it's for will know that it is for them. And those that it isn't will have absolutely no idea and just be as clueless as always. So I would say just keep it up. Let's be queer.
Okay, different approach. I'm gonna say centralize your inner child.
Oh.
does straight male culture not exist in children?
I don't think so, no.
That also came out really bad. Like just like return to like a more innocent time, you
Yeah,
know, when life was about sunshine and freedom and imagination.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Really connecting with your inner self and doing what makes you feel good. Doesn't hurt anybody.
exactly.
oh boy. I have a question from a risk taker, and I am unfortunately a culprit of this. A risk taker asks, why do men eat everything so quickly? Like, let's just enjoy the meal. Shay, you and I have had a few meals together. I'm wondering what you think of this in 30 seconds.
First of all, I don't know. You're a magician because I don't even see you eat anything. I just look over and suddenly the food is gone. So I don't. You're doing wizardry, but I think it's sometimes it's like a lot of guys will like eat the meal and then talk, unencumbered. And whereas I know personally, I'll just get distracted from eating by conversation and therefore end up eating my meal way slower than I intended. So that's me.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I'm distracted, it's when like I take longer to eat. But Cubby, what do you think?
I've also done this a bit, and I think it's there's typically a male is more distractible, so they don't realize just how hungry they are till they start eating, and then it's overwhelming.
Yeah, I guess it's like that's my magic trick. Uh, but lastly, Amy.
This is a man thing? Have you seen me eat? I eat so fast comparatively to like so many of my other female friends, and yeah.
I don't know. When the four of us have gone out to dinner, it's been like very girl dinner. And it's like, oh, I just want these little nibbles. And oh, I'm too full. Let's take this home.
Or let's give it to Will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you give it to the human garbage disposal.
That's
That's
true. I
whichever.
am not a human garbage disposal, but I will. If it's like breakfast, I eat like a lot real
I'll
fast.
eat snacks. I'll eat snacks forever.
Yeah.
But
I'm
real food, I get full.
yeah. If I'm at a party with a buffet, I'll end up eating way more than if I'm just like given a plate.
Oh man, I love buffets.
You know,
That's
if I'm just standing by grazing, then like I don't get full. The amount is infinite until I like sit down or do something else.
fair.
I'll make a night out of an all you can eat buffet.
That's why they put time limits on them now.
They do?
Some of them.
Okay, fascism has officially gone too far.
Way too far.
That's a fucked up game show.
All right, all right, all right. Next question, next question. A1 Arena asks, what are men most afraid of? Will, 30 seconds. Shay, 15 seconds. Cubby, 5.
My first intention with this answer, what are men most afraid of, is like being found out, for like how horrible a man can be. Unfortunately, I think some men go through this world lacking that accountability or self-awareness. So maybe most men are afraid of feeling obsolete in this world.
That's super interesting. And I feel like my answer kind of ties into that because I would say humiliation, which, can feel like emasculation. But yeah, it's that same like, oh, they're going to find out I'm human. And so that's really the number one thing.
Spiders. Being covered in spiders.
I'm not supposed to have them in my house, but I love spiders because they can be as smart as dogs.
That's uncomfortable.
I love spiders way more than centipedes. They're both good house bugs because they eat the bad bugs, but I hate the way centipedes move. So I'll take the spiders any day.
Either of them. I just don't want to. I don't. I don't want to kill them, but it's hard not to if I see them. I'm like, whenever I see a spider or a centipede or something, I'm like, come on, buddy, just hide from me. I'm not good at looking for things. Like, it's not hard.
I don't like when I can't see them because I like knowing where they are. Like you see a spider and then you look away and it's gone. I don't like that. I want to know where they are.
No, there's always spiders you can't see. There's always spiders you can't see, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to see them.
Do you miss when we had lantern flies that we were obliged to stomp on and kill?
Oh, I saw one like 2 days ago. They're
Yeah, I saw one
starving.
yesterday. I saw 4. I killed them all. They were little babies.
I haven't seen any yet.
I'm terrible at spotting the babies. I always forget what the little ones look like.
They're
They're
black
like
and white.
foxes.
They're like goth ladybugs.
Yeah.
I always feel like a lot of pride for Philly whenever I like come across like a sidewalk that's covered in stamped lantern flies. I'm like,
This was like
way to go, Philly.
this is the most Philly suited like public mini game ever. It's like Pokemon Go but with violence.
Yeah, yeah. It's like we need you to, and everyone in Philly's like, forget about it. Kill. We are there. Go birds.
It brings us all together.
Yes.
Oh, I have the next question. That's why it's taking so long. Sorry. A risk taker also asks, what defines a good man? Amy with 30 seconds, Kirsten with 15, and Will with 5.
You know, it's hard to define what you have not fathomed, like, to understand. So I want to say what defines a good man is a man who will make you breakfast. It doesn't have to be in a romantic way. It doesn't have to be in a sexual way. Just a man who will make you breakfast defines a good man. And I think I will stand on that hill. Yeah, I'm there for that.
Okay, I think what defines a good man is a man who is constantly working to be better in some aspect, whether that's working out or eating better or just like trying to enjoy their job every day.
I'm gonna combine the two words, the definitions, so like moral and Homo sapien.
Sounds good.
Not a moral Homo sapien.
Oops, too
Like
late. You're
a
already done. Time's up.
oh, okay.
I like those answers. I'm now thinking about all of them, and I was like, I don't know why, but I think those are all three very solid answers it's very wholesome. So let's ponder on that for a bit, and we'll take a break, and we'll be right back. And we're back. So let's go through maybe some final thoughts on those rounds of questions and some of the answers that we had. Any thoughts there?
I want to apologize on my own question, like unfairly kind of bringing two ideas into it. The 100 men versus a gorilla, and then would you rather find a man or a bear in nature? But Amy, you did your own little research on it. Do you want to just dissect that a little bit?
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't do that much in depth, but I did a little bit. I will say I did hear of this now that you mentioned the gorilla part. I actually found out about it in like a stand-up comedy special I was watching that was relating to it, and I had to look it up then. I think I would change my answer, and I would actually rather find, I think, the bear and fight like a bear in not fight me fight a bear, but I think like a man versus a bear, like I think the bear would probably win. I wouldn't win.
You see, like I'm conflating the two ideas, and
Yeah.
yeah, there are like 100 bears in nature, and then 99 don't believe in you, but then there's the one that does, and then that's the one man.
Yeah, not all bears.
I'd say the point is that I don't think I'd have to fight the bear. Bear, I'm like, well, if I don't have any food or I can throw the food in another direction, bear's gone.
Yeah, I probably would have eaten all of the food already. So I think I would be safe.
I think I'd rather come across 100 bears than one guy, just because it would be awkward and it'd be pretty sweet to see 100 bears.
Gonna say
All in one
that would be
spot. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
bring my camera, like, yeah.
I do like 100 Americans versus 100 Brits. Have you heard that?
I feel like this depends on the context.
People were like
Or wait,
naming their dream American lineups, like a couple of employees from Waffle House have
Eagles
to get in
fans.
there.
Yeah, no, I see this. Then now, like on
yeah.
the side, you gotta have yeah, like football who basically football fans, both styles, both sides, who would
Some Eagles fans get them in there.
exactly. I don't know. It would be chaos.
I don't think that they have to be naked though.
What?
No, they
In
have
the
to be
100
naked.
men versus a gorilla, the men are naked.
No, we're doing this
Oh,
ancient Greek style. They have to be naked.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay. Well, then
Greek
I guess
style.
they all have to be naked.
This is
Why can't they do the Olympics like they used to?
right.
Naked?
Naked?
Bring back traditional values.
I think people were just getting hurt. Now they have outfits that hold everything in.
Mm,
Hmm.
where's the sport in that? Unfair advantages.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, are there any other thoughts on any of the questions?
Well, I always like to ask a guest that comes into our show, Cubby, I wanted to know what did you think of playing this game with us?
Well, I mean, I had a great time. I had a lot of fun, and you all are super hilarious and fun to talk with and listen to. Um, but also, in thinking about it, I've been thinking about one of the questions, the one about fear, and I've been thinking a little bit more about what you and Shay both said, and I think you both have really, really good points. So I think men are afraid of being obsolete and covered in spiders in public with everyone pointing and laughing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
What's so obsolete about that?
Well, like they're also obsolete.
They
Like
just
this is
happen
their
to be
last day on
obsolete
the.
as well as being covered with spiders.
Yeah, that sounds like a job I would want to lose.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is some kind of commentary on like calling on the man in the house to kill the spider.
Hmm.
And this is like some horrible worst case scenario of that.
So 100 spiders versus an obsolete man
Ooh.
naked
Ooh,
in public.
And everybody's pointing at them.
The
I,
spiders are the man.
All of them.
All
is
of
this
that.
performance art?
It could be.
It could be. Have that be a fringe show.
Yeah,
Oh, we have to, yeah. Okay, yes.
I'm not performing with that many spiders.
I don't work with kids or spiders. It's the old vaudeville advice.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
So I think we're up to our next little mini section. So Cubby, are there any plugs for the month of August or where to follow you or find you or support your endeavors?
Well, if anyone's in the Philadelphia area, this year I'm going to be a storyteller for with Once Upon a Nation in Old City, Philadelphia. So every Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4, we're out there just telling stories. It's completely free. Bring the kids. It's a really great activity, and I'm super psyched and excited for the summer.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Are you like portraying any historical Philadelphia figures or you're telling about Philadelphia history or like what's that like?
Oh, it's all Philadelphia history. There are 8 storytelling benches, each with a storyteller who knows like 5 different stories, and they're all completely vetted and focused on the region. I mean, they're not all strictly Philadelphia. There are a couple of like Valley Forge and such stories, but it's all about this area.
Cool. That's awesome.
Cool.
We'll have to check it out. Well, thank you all so much for listening today to the AMA 50 podcast, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode for the men, or as Shay said, for the men. So if you'd like to submit your own questions to be answered in a future episode, our DMs are open at AMA50 podcast on Instagram, or send us an email at ama50podcast@gmail.com. And we look forward to your questions. Goodbye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for playing, Cubby.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so great hanging out with y'all.
It was so great having you. You're so good at the game.
It's so fun.
Oh, I missed you all. Even you, Amy. I know it's only one time, but you're also great.